Some people know a good thing when they hear it. Alternative Talk 1150.
And this is my town.
Yeah, this is my town. Hey, where I was born, where I was raised, where I keep all my yesterdays. Where I ran off cause I got mad and it came to blows with my old man. When I came back, settled down, was where they're putting me in the ground. This is my town.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 425 Show, your place to be for all things real estate and lifestyle related here on the East Side. I'm your host, Nicole Mangina with Windermere Real Estate. We've got an extra special show for you today. Usually we have a guest, one person that comes in. We interview them, talk about, what they do, what they love about the 425. But today we have two special guests. My boys, Alex and Ryan. Say good morning, boys.
Are we truly special?
Good morning.
You are special, and you are on the air. So there you go. So say good morning, Alex.
Good morning.
Say good morning, Ryan.
Good morning.
All right. I thought it would be great. It's the end of summer. The kids are getting ready to go back to school. But I thought it'd be fun to share what it's like to be a kid during the summer in the 425. Because, as adults, we all talk about how being a kid ain't what it used to be, right? Which is usually followed by eye rolls from the kids and then parents talking about walking uphill 5 miles in the snow both ways to school, right? So
with no shoes on. Right?
With no shoes on, yes. No coats. It was totally different world.
Terrible.
Yeah, awful. Which isn't true. We all know that didn't happen. It's not possible to walk uphill both directions. But it is different. I will tell you, the summers that you guys have are very different than the summers that I had growing up. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about, what do you guys do during the summer? What's your favorite part of summer vacation? Ryan. Oh, Alex, go.
Playing baseball.
Playing baseball? You have to speak up so the whole world can hear you.
Playing baseball.
Playing baseball. You like playing baseball. You guys are both big baseball players, right? How about you, Ryan? What's your favorite thing?
Getting to hang out with friends and family.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, you guys get to hang out with your buddies. You play some baseball. You guys have been playing baseball for a long time, right? You guys play tournaments all summer long through the end of July. So everybody always asks us where we're traveling for summer vacation, and we travel to places like Yakima and Portland and Walla Walla, all lovely places.
Kentucky.
Go Kentucky. Alex did go to Kentucky this year to play baseball. That's true. So Ryan, you're still in Little League. You play for Kirkland American Little League. Alex, you are out of Little League, but you did your time there. Had an awesome time. We've spent lots of time at Everest Field in Kirkland, Washington. And now you play select baseball for the Naturals, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So you both have played a lot of different baseball. What are your favorite baseball fields to play on?
Probably Marymore.
Marymore. What do you love about playing at Marymore Park?
They're nice fields.
They are. So that is one thing you find out. Kirkland fields are all dirt fields, right? And we assumed that all baseball fields were dirt fields. And then we played outside of Kirkland, and we found out everybody else has turf fields. What the heck? They're nice, right? Which is good. Although as a mom, I got to say, when it's like February and you guys are practicing in 30 degrees because you can't on turf fields, I'm kind of okay with the dirt, but that's all right. So anyway, other than baseball, I will tell you one of the things that's different about kids is you guys do a lot of camps. I did not do camps during the summer. It was just like a free-for-all. We'd wake up, we'd eat breakfast, and my grandma would shoo us out the door, and we'd just go basically run around in the street until it was time for dinner. I know that doesn't sound very safe, does it? But that's what we did. So you guys do a bunch of camps. Let's talk about the camps that you guys do over the summer, because there's all kinds of neat things out there. Ryan, let's start with you because you did more camps this year than your brother did. So what'd you do? You did a golf camp at the University of Washington.
I did a Huskies golf camp. I did a...
Okay, so let's focus on the golf camp first. We're going to go one at a time and talk about what you liked at each one. So the Husky golf camp, they had different players from different golf teams from lots of different universities, right?
Yeah, they had a couple.
Okay, so that was cool. And what did you work on with your golf game?
We just worked on everything from driving to putting.
Awesome. Cool. And you feel like it helped your golf game? You're more motivated. You keep asking Dad to go to the golf course now, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he always says that we'll go, and then we never end up going.
I know.
So.
We'll make it happen. So, and you played Washington National.
Mm-hmm.
And where else did you guys play? Oh, West Seattle.
West Seattle, and then we also played a par 3 course.
Oh, yeah. So that's cool. You get to do some fun golf there, huh?
Mhm.
Awesome. So that was your very first golf camp of the summer, right? That was fun. And then what was your next camp? I'm trying to remember.
It was the
basketball camp.
Hoops for Life camp.
Oh, okay. So Hoops for Life basketball. So select sports is kind of a big thing now. We didn't really have that when I was growing up, but now they do. And they have a bunch of camps. So, right? So you did the Hoops for Life. They run that in Bellevue out of the Hidden Valley complex and things like that. You've done that a couple years now.
This is my 3rd or 2nd year.
And who is Hoops for Life affiliated with?
It's affiliated with the Boys and Girls Club, I think.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And what did you do there? You did a lot of practicing with your basketball games, huh?
So we do a classroom time
Mhm.
where we basically go into the classroom and they like give us something that we're supposed to do for that day. They
Like a
basically-
basketball technique to
No,
work on?
it's mainly the classroom is mainly life skills
Oh, cool.
along with basketball skills.
Uh-huh.
And then we also have like a very long time where we just do where we do practices and we basically have stations with each and every coach
Mm-hmm.
and we work on different things. One day we work on offense, then we work on defense, and
Uh-huh.
we alternate, and then Friday is championship Friday. And if you're not doing the stations or the classroom, then you're playing games against other teams in your league.
Got it.
And there's the NBA, the international, and the the NCAA.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so there are those 3 things.
And so
One
they
will-
break you up into teams and you get names from one
Yeah.
of those 3 different.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I was the Rockets.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's multiple different teams. So there's one team in the classroom. There's either 2 divisions playing and 1 division in classroom, or 1 division doing the stations and or playing.
Got it. What's one of the most memorable life things you learned in the classroom at that camp?
That everything doesn't need to be recognized and you don't always need to get rewarded.
Yeah. And why? What got you about that? What made you think that was interesting?
They do it every year. They have this project where that night you're supposed to do something without like anybody in your house recognizing it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not supposed to like run over and like tell them that you did it, and like not be like asked to do it. Just do it by yourself. And
So you're supposed to do it just because you know it's the right thing to do,
Yeah,
or you
and-
know it would help somebody out, but
Yeah.
not because you're.
yeah, and then you don't go like run and tell them like mom,
Got it.
Mom, Dad, I did this. Can I go?
Where's my reward?
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Cool. So we're going to come back to some more of your camps, but let's dive over to see what your brother has to say. How about you, Alex? So you did not do a lot of camps this year because you're a little bit older, but you were a counselor in training at the Boys and Girls Club, which has been near and dear to our
Yes.
heart. We've done a lot with the Boys and Girls Club. You guys have done a lot of sports with them throughout the years. You've done a lot of their camps, but now you are on the other side of the fence as a counselor in training. How was
Yes.
that?
It was pretty fun.
It was fun, wasn't it? You did sports camps. You got to do sports camps, which is good because that's what
Uh-huh.
you like doing.
Yep.
All right. And what kinds of things what sports did you help the kids with?
Soccer, basketball, football,
Uh-huh.
dodgeball.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
And you had a fun time doing that?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Cool. I have to say, it always made me smile when I would come and pick you up because you were always in there playing dodgeball with the kids and stuff. And they took great pride in pelting you with dodgeballs.
Yes.
And you and the other counselors looked like you were having fun hitting each other too.
Yes.
What was most interesting about being a counselor versus a kid from what you remember when you were a kid doing camps there?
Well, as a kid, you couldn't really do anything,
Uh-huh.
and you had to follow all the rules,
Oh.
and it was really boring.
It was boring. Okay. As a kid.
Well, yeah.
Did you get to set the rules now?
Well, I mean, it wasn't like boring, but it was just like compared to being a CIT where you didn't have to follow the rules.
There were no rules. Did you get to make up any rules?
No,
Were
that's
you-
for counselors.
Were you the enforcer? Did you have to enforce any rules?
Not really.
No, you just said, hey, somebody needs to take care of this.
I was like the potato to the counselor's steak. I was just like
Oh.
the side thing.
Look at that with an analogy.
Yeah.
All right. Look at you. Somebody's getting an A in English this year. I like it.
Okay.
Awesome. What else do you like to do during the summer?
Play baseball.
Play baseball. What else? Because you can't play baseball all the time. Although you do a lot of baseball.
Kind of does.
Hang out with friends.
Yes.
Yes.
We do some hiking during the summer. We haven't done
Oh,
as much
yeah.
lately because you guys have been doing so much baseball. And but it's funny. I was thinking, last night as I was thinking about you guys coming on the show, like what are some of the things we do as a group during the summer? And the hikes came up. Two in particular. Do you guys remember when we did the Poo Poo Point hike?
Oh yeah.
So we'll have the link on the website for all of this stuff. So you know where the hikes are and the camps. So by the way, if you are a parent, you may want to bookmark this blog post. It'll be on the website, NicoleMangina.com/podcast. And in February, because that's when all of this stuff starts, you have to actually start planning your summer vacations in February. Sounds crazy to sign up for camps, but bookmark this. You'll want to come back to this episode and, use some of these ideas. But so Poo Poo Point is in Issaquah. Boys, why don't you tell? I'll tell my version at the end, but you tell your version of the Poo Poo Point hike that we did.
So we go on a very long hike. We get to the top and we figure out there's like an entire parking lot up there. Me and Alex like, no, I'm not walking back down. You can go grab the car and come pick us up.
I know. So what's your version of that hike, Alex?
Well, my mom forced us to do a long hike. It was supposed to be 1.5 miles, and it ended up being like 3.5 miles. And then we got to the top, and I realized that there was a road going up the entire time, and my mom made us walk up for no reason.
For no reason. There you go. That's a kid for you. So yes, the Poo Poo Point hike, at least the entry point that we did, it's downtown Issaquah. You park your car, and Poo Poo Point is up on Tiger Mountain, and it's where all the hand gliders launch from. So, you see those if you ever go out the Issaquah Hobart Road and you see all the hand gliders, they launch from Poo Poo Point. So I've been wanting to do this hike for forever. I do tell the boys we're going on a hike. I do neglect to mention the distance of the hike. I know going into it, but I figure sometimes it's better to not know everything at the very beginning. So we go. It is actually an 8-mile hike. It's 4 miles each direction. It's not hard. It's not strenuous, but it is long. But it's lovely through the trees. And, as they're whining on the way up, I would kind of bribe them with, okay, because there's a Top Pot donut downtown Issaquah. Hey, when we get down, I'll get you a donut. So by the time we get to the top, I owe them 3 donuts apiece. And then we get to the top, and it's cool because we get to watch. There were 4 or 5 different gliders taking off when we got to the top. So that actually made it worthwhile because we got to see that, and that was really cool. But yes, if you turn to the left of the glider people taking off, you notice there's a giant parking lot and a gravel road and a van that has just driven up to the top. And Alex was not happy to realize he could have just driven up here. And
That's
had
all a learning experience.
Yeah, the same cool experience. So then we hiked down, right? And unfortunately, that always goes faster. And I did get them 3 donuts apiece. And I thought, there is no way they're going to eat 3 donuts apiece, right? And I love a good donut, I'm telling you. But really, after the second one, I kind of need a nap and I feel a little sick. No, they hammered through those things, I think, in like 5 minutes. So it was worth it. It made for a good story. My other favorite hiking story is this was when Ryan, both kids were little. I'm going to say Ryan was probably 5 or 6. We did Rattlesnake Lake, right, which is beautiful. It's right outside of North Bend. It's pretty easy. I think it's 4 miles total. I think it's just under 2 miles to the top. There's a beautiful lake at the bottom, and people picnic, and you can take like paddle boards and stuff out there. It's super fun. But we get up to the top. There's this great big rock that has a gorgeous view of the lake and the surrounding mountains. And a lot of people, have lunch up there. They kind of take a little break and they pause for pictures. And Ryan very innocently, and there's also a rock with a big hole in the middle. And some of the kids will climb down in it. And there's a gal sitting there eating her lunch. Ryan gets up to the top and says, "Hey, is that where the rattlesnakes live?" I have never seen that gal anybody move so fast in their whole life. So you weren't trying to scare the gal, but you were 5 and we were hiking Rattlesnake Ridge. And that was a good question. It was a very Logical question, but it freaked her out a little bit. So I don't know. The summer's not over. We might have to find 1 or 2 more hikes to do before the end of the summer. See what else we can do. All right, Ryan, back to you. So you did the Hoops for Life camp, and you did an ID Tech camp this summer. That was pretty cool, huh? So ID Tech Camp, they do them all over the place. They have some on the east side. Ryan did one at the University of Washington. And they actually do them at universities all over the country. So you can do them here locally, that you can do them, if you want to try out different universities. But Ryan, which ID Tech Camp did you do?
I did the filmmaking and YouTube creating.
Good. Okay. Yes, that's right. You did some videos of yourself. You learned how to make a little intro for a video with some fun music and graphics and everything. It was awesome. So you did that. You learned how to film yourself playing video games, and you started a YouTube channel and all kinds of neat things, right? So, and that was your first experience with the tech camp. Did you enjoy it?
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you learned something?
Mm-hmm.
I think you said you wanted to do it next year, right? And they have lots of different topics.
They have everything from 3D printing to building your own computer.
Yeah.
To creating your own video game.
Yeah, they're all different things. I know one of my girlfriends, her son took a ID Tech Camp week-long class on how to hack computers. So, because it could come in handy. You never know. So, yeah, lots of different things. I'm always amazed at how many, it's like whatever your interest or hobby is, there is a week-long camp somewhere around here that you can do. And it's kind of fun, right? A lot of them you do with your friends. Some of them you do the tech camp you did on your own, but you made some new friends, right? That was fun. One thing you guys do that I think is so, I'm grateful that you have the opportunity to do it, is Camp Orkyla up on Orcas Island, right? So let's talk about Camp Orkyla. You both have been 4 years, right? I think, Ryan, this was your 4th year. Alex, you did not go this year, but you have been for 4 years. So, Alex, why don't you tell us a little bit about what Camp Orkyla is?
It's a week-long sleepaway camp on Orcas Island through the YMCA with a lot of very fun activities.
It is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And each year you get to do, what's your favorite thing that you have done at Camp Orkyla?
Probably the zip line or the giant swing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, tell them about the giant swing. You were all about that last year when you came back. So what is the giant swing all about?
Well, you're on this harness, and then, you have to hold a rope.
And
then,
you're up in the air, like in the trees,
yeah,
right?
and then, all your cabin mates, pull you up, and then they just, slowly pull you up, and you go, 60 or 80 feet in the air or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And you're, holding this little rope, and you got to let go of the rope and, drop down, and you swing for a while. It's pretty fun.
And do you let go of the rope, or they let go of the rope?
You let go of your own rope.
Okay. And is there ever a moment where you're thinking, maybe I just shouldn't let go and I should just stay here for the rest of my life? That's because I'm afraid of what might happen.
I mean, that happened a couple of years ago. Yeah.
For you?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then what happened once you let it go?
It was really scary.
Was it scary? But you
'Cause,
survived.
For the first little bit, you just drop straight down,
Uh-huh.
and it's really weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
But then you did it again, right?
Yeah.
So you did enjoy it eventually.
Uh-huh.
I would be nervous. I mean, I think that's totally okay to be nervous. Have you done it, Ryan?
Yeah.
And what did you think?
Definitely is nerve-wracking because you get up really high, and if you look down, it feels like you're about 100 meters off the ground.
Uh-huh.
It feels really high. And then once you let go of the rope, there's this little brief period where you drop.
Uh-huh.
Straight down, drop 10 feet.
Oh, wow.
And then you start moving forward.
And is it kind of like a bungee? Do you come down and then back up
No,
and
you
then
come
swing?
down. So you come down, but you still are moving forward, and then it kind of just carries more momentum, basically.
Got it.
It just starts the momentum
Cool.
to swing.
Awesome. So you guys do all kinds of cool camp stuff. But everything about it isn't you take the ferry to get there, right? So
Yes.
that's a different experience, right? And you guys usually have fun on the ferry. Do you play card games and stuff?
Yeah, you just play card games.
Cool. And then the camp is up on Orcas Island on the water. So it's pretty great. And then do you stay in cabins or where do you stay?
Yeah, we stay in cabins.
Okay. With like, you take your sleeping bag, kind of
Yeah.
bunk beds and stuff.
Yeah, it's open air cabin thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then one night you go to a different island and camp.
Awesome. How do you get to the other island?
You take a boat.
Do you have like a paddle boat, like a kayak, or
Nah, they got boats there.
you have a motorized boat?
Yeah.
That's lame. You should have to like swim there, or like paddle a canoe or something.
The islands are far.
It's like an hour away on the boat ride.
Okay, fine. I'll let you take the boat. So what else, Alex? What else did you like about Camp Borkyla?
I got to spend time with my friends.
It was fun, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
What kinds of things did you do with your friends at Camp Borkyla?
Play card games.
Oh, yeah? Did you learn any good ones?
No.
No?
I didn't know how to play any of them.
Yeah, we're lame in our house. We don't know how to play card games. We're super lame when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know how to play.
I
Yeah.
learned how to play Egyptian rat screw.
Is that a card game?
Yeah, it's a fairly fun card game.
All right, y'all have to show us at home this evening.
Okay.
That sounds complicated, or I don't know. I've never
It's
heard of that
not
before.
insanely it's like slapjack, basically.
Okay, got it. How about you, Ryan? What else do you like? So one of my favorites, and so I asked you a question, and then I kept talking. That was rude. All right, I'm going to keep talking, though, and then it's back to you. But one of my favorite things as a parent about Camp Borkyla is they take pictures of you guys every day, and then we go online, and it's like a Where's Waldo thing every morning because we go, there's a couple hundred pictures every day. We go through the pictures, and we try to find, like, you or Alex, and then, or other friends that you're with, and, then all the moms, we send each other pictures of, look what your kid's doing, and there's the whole... Just so you know, there's a whole lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes when you guys are not at home and we're like at camp and we're trying to figure out what in the heck you guys are doing. But there was an awesome picture of you playing swamp ball.
Oh yeah, that was.
So what is swamp ball all about?
Swamp ball is you can only do it when you're a lizard head.
Okay, and so the lizard heads, just a second, they divide you up by age, right? So at 11, you're a lizard head.
At 11 and 12, you're a lizard head.
Okay.
So you are basically right next to so you're basically all surrounding this like tiny swamp.
Mm-hmm.
It's about probably as big as this table, maybe a little bit bigger than this table.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 3 inches deep.
Okay.
It's not insanely deep, and then you play, and then you have this giant yoga ball, and you run around and you try and throw it at people's legs, and if you hit them in the legs, then they're out, and they just have to sit down in the swamp, and if you catch it, then they're also out, and it's really fun.
Yeah.
And then there are like not that many counselors usually play it, but then and then like if there's enough counselors, they'll do it where it's the counselors versus campers.
Mm-hmm.
And so if but like this time we only had 2 counselors that played, so they had 3 lives, and you had to hit them below the waist.
Oh yeah.
But then there were like 20 of us, so then if we got hit at all, then we would be out.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, there's a great picture of you. You're covered in mud from head to toe, and you've got this big ball over your head, and I don't know who you're throwing it at, but you're getting ready to throw it at somebody, and you're so happy. And the mom and me had 2 thoughts. One, I'm so excited that you get to do something like that because you look like you're in your element. And then the true mom and me thought, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're doing that somewhere else, and I don't have to clean you up afterwards.
Yeah, but so everyone gets to go inside a swamp. Just the lizard heads, they're the only ones that get to play swamp ball.
Got it.
But everyone else gets to go in a swamp. The other swamp that people go in, it's a pretty deep swamp. When I last year when I went into it, it was like up to like my chest.
Oh wow! All right.
It's a fairly deep swamp.
Got it.
Jonah lost like a pair of sandals in there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can lose stuff in there because you don't have to go in with your sandals. There's like a lot of like sticks and rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
So I usually don't go in with my sandals, but yeah, Jonah lost like 2 pairs of sandals.
That's funny. And so how do they clean you guys up afterwards? Do they send you out to the ocean or they hose you down?
So they send us out to the ocean
Uh-huh.
to wipe off, and then when we get back to and then when we get back, then they take a hose and hose us
Hose
all
you
down, and then we take showers.
Got it. How about you, Alex? Do you have any epic memories? Any more epic memories from Camp Orkyla?
Not really.
Do you think it's worth it? You think kids should do it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Awesome. What things do you like doing in We live in Kirkland. What things do you like doing in Kirkland during the summer when you're on vacation?
Going to the docks.
Yeah. Which docks do you like the best?
I don't know their names.
You went to Waverly on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
That one's fun.
Waverly is fun.
Waverly's fun. They have a lifeguard, which may or may not make it fun for you as kids. But
Lifeguards get out at like 6-ish.
Oh, so if you go after 6, then there's no lifeguard on duty. All right, cool. So thanks, boys. For I didn't even bribe you with donuts, but I'm thinking we might need to go get some after this. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Any parting words for kids during the summer in the 425? Things they should be doing? No.
Be you.
Oh, all right. Look at you, oh wise one. You're the Yoda of the 425 show today. Alex, you got anything?
No.
No. All right.
No.
Alex is in the sleep till 11, so his summers feel
Like
a little shorter.
KNOW? No. See, more wisdom.
Oh, Benny.
He just got
saving the day.
Got you. I got you.
There
I got
you go. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the 425 show today. Again, you can find links to all of these resources on the website, NicoleMangina.com/podcast. You can also contact me through the website. If you've got real estate questions, I am always here and happy to help with those as well. Thanks so much. Make it a great day, and we will see you next week on the next episode of the 425 show. Bye. Take care.
This is my town. Yeah, this is my town. My town.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host, guest, and callers, and not necessarily those of KKNW, its management, or other advertisers. Contests